I think.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good morning, everyone. Call to order the December 8th, 2025 meeting of the Fountain County Council. Has everyone had a chance to look at the minutes of the October 30th meeting? And if so, do we have any corrections or additions? Hearing none, may I get a motion to approve the minutes?
Motion.
Jeff Fischerow, is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Dudley. All in favor, say aye. Aye, 6-0. Has everyone had a chance to look at the minutes from the November 10th, 2025 meeting? And if so, are there any additions or corrections? Hearing none, may I get a motion to approve those minutes? Dudley, is there a second? Jeff Carver. All in favor say aye. Aye, 6-0. Report of collections as submitted. Has everyone had a chance to read those? Is there any questions or concerns about the collections? And if not, may I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Jim McKean. Is there a second to the motion?
Second.
Seconded Jeff Fischerow. All in favor say aye. Aye, 6-0. Review and acknowledge the clerk's monthly report for November 2025. Has everyone had a chance to look over that? Are there any questions in regards to that monthly report? Hearing none, may I get a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to acknowledge those reports.
Is there a second to the motion?
I will.
Jim McKee. All in favor say aye. Aye, 6-0. Health Department vehicle and moving expenses. Jenny, would you like to?
So,
Discuss that.
purchase of the vehicle, I have to urge trade in, $38,753.30. And, I think we advertised for that, and we just need to pay for the vehicle.
Okay. Since it's been advertised, I believe we can vote on that because I believe there's 10 days has passed. So can I get a motion to?
Do we have to have a public hearing now?
Oh, yes, because it wasn't, yes, I'm so sorry.
And what, how is it coming out of?
It's coming out of that health maintenance.
Yeah.
That's what we asked. You got approval for that, right? For the vehicle to come out of the
Health maintenance.
1168 first payment.
Okay, so how do you,
So how much was it again?
$38,753.30. So we did a promise to pay for tomorrow.
Tomorrow, right? Can we have that public hearing now?
No.
I think we can. Okay, we're going to move to a public hearing for the Health Department vehicle for $38,753.30. Coming out of the Health Maintenance Fund. I'm going to open the public hearing at 9:07 a.m. Is there any public comment in regards to the purchase of a Health Department vehicle?
Why are we buying that instead of leasing? I mean, have you weighed in that?
Purchase versus leasing.
Mileage.
Yeah, mileage. Mileage would be one, and two, you've never leased your vehicle before, you've always purchased your vehicle,
The use of the grant funds, we cannot lease.
right?
Maybe a purchase.
Did you hear that, Carol? If we use the health maintenance fund, which is a grant fund,
Okay.
we can't lease a vehicle with those grant monies. Does anybody else have any questions? Council, do you have any questions? I'm going to close the public comment at 9:08 a.m. Can I get a motion to approve the purchase of the health department vehicle for $38,753.30, utilizing the health maintenance fund?
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Dudley,
I'll
is it
second.
seconded by Jimmy Key? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, 6-0. All right, moving expenses. I talked to Jenny this week and she indicated that she had a estimate for moving expenses of around $5,000. That estimate did not include the tie downs and the retrofit of the carport to be located to the new building. She doesn't anticipate the bill coming in until after the first of the year. So I don't know what your ideas are encumbering up to a certain figure for moving expenses. Because we talked about where we could pull that from, didn't we, Jenny?
I think we said 11:59.
Yeah, 1159. So can we encumber up to a certain figure, or does it have to be exact?
It has to be, you have to have the bill.
Okay,
I mean, we can do an additional. Not whole.
not until we actually get the bill in soon.
Just did it.
February. She didn't think she would have a bill until probably the middle of January.
Yeah, because we're still, the building's still being renovated, so we're not close to moving yet. I don't think we'll be moving until after the first of the year.
Okay. My suggestions, we just.
Wait until that time. Okay.
Actual, because I mean. Kim can check, but I'm pretty sure that state board of accounts, you can encumber, but you have to have an actual bill.
Okay,
Should I be notified if you're some? Or when you're going to vacate or when?
Not yet.
Okay, so if they're flexible, you stay there until you move out or from your release.
So, we have 3 months.
Yeah.
We have to notify them in advance,
Okay,
so,
that's in their contract now.
yes.
So shouldn't we be doing that?
I probably would do that.
So we're just making sure that everything gets done with the building.
So when you get a notice, you're gonna have to pay. So they have that 3-month period.
I don't wanna wait till the building's done and then tell them 3 months and not pay for 3 months.
I think our thoughts,
Done,
I think collectively was we didn't want to anticipate a certain date and then it not happen. So, I mean, we
Talk
can
to the
talk
contractor.
about that and see what we're, yeah.
Yeah.
See,
And that's-
at a time. We still have to get Brad in there to do IT. And I don't know that wastewater has been hooked up yet, we're still waiting. Not that, I think we can move in, even though that's hooked up, I think it's just very slow. The price of wastewater. There's, I think a few other things that we have to do.
Okay.
But we can definitely talk about it.
Okay. So when you do move, you get the bill, we'll just pay it as normal, like we normally do. Okay, thank you. Department head reports. Jason Lewis.
Sorry, I'm not for a second. We did receive our community crossing award for next year, and the amount of $1 million, so. Our financial committee are paying for the portion of what we're doing. That would be Kaufman Brothers Road from State Road 234 to 52. So that is on the plan for next year. The other thing that I would like to ask you, I know a couple of you were at the commission meeting last Monday. We were talking to Tippecanoe New County in October at a conference. And they had a paper that they were wanting to sell. We went and looked at it. It's a 2006 Caterpillar. It's been maintained, it's about 5,400 hours on it. They received some trade-ins, offers on it in the amount of $45,000. They said they would sell it to us for $40,000. I've been talking to Kim. We have some bridge repair money in 1135 that if we can make another item in 1135, because we check the state board of accounts. If we use it out of bridge repairs, it has to be for a certain bridge, however that may go, but if we can make another line item as equipment, we can transfer that money and use it for that. If that is not the case, then we can always use next year's equipment funds that we were going to use it for a roller. It's paper. We went and looked at it, checked it all out. Everything it's been well maintained service. They have all the service records. So I'm just asking you if you guys would feel with us doing that.
And you've got funds in there, you can just transfer down.
Yeah, we should make the other line item, yeah, we can do it this year, so.
So we just need to vote on it.
Mhm.
Probably.
Mhm. Can I get a motion to create a line item in 1135 Hume Bridge Fund for equipment? For $40,000 so that they can purchase their 2006 cat paver.
So moved.
So then
For second.
So moved by Jim, seconded by Denise. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, 6-0.
Thank you, we'll talk to Tiffany time today as to the overall. I don't think it's very. We help a whole lot of anything as far as county transfer, so, we should be good to go, so. And I think that's all I have, unless you guys want the bid prices for the bridge on, Foster Road, I could have those and present those to the commission last week, so. You guys let me know what.
David, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead, yeah. Milestone contractors came in at $962,570. HIS contract constructors, came in at $497,360. And Campbell Excavating came in at $423,155. So USI went through the bid tabulations, make sure everything was correct on all the bids, and we awarded it to Campbell Excavating. That should be starting in around March of 26 construction date. And we also have some encumbrances that I'll help with him on to get through the year for those bridge projects.
Okay, so will you bring those those to us on the 15th then?
Sure.
Okay. Because we'll be
Yeah, we
together.
have,
Yeah.
everything ready to go.
Okay. Tina,
I don't have anything for the office, but I'm gonna let you know that I signed the contract for the pest control. I
okay,
gave a copy to Kim and I got a 3-year contract.
oh, good, okay.
And I
Tina,
did talk to all the departments to let them know how much theirs would be. It will start this month.
okay. Sounds good. Mr. Crowe?
I presented to the commissioners last week a new server for our cameras in the jail. Some of them weren't working. They've done a reset on it and got most of them working now. They didn't say we're at our life expectancy on the server, just likely together. Keep that data in new software every 5 or 6 years, I said. So I have a quote here from Security Automation Systems, which our cameras in the jail are proprietary. I mean, this is a company we used when we built the jail.
Mhm.
That's their camera systems, or their software. And so with that, these servers are gonna be $42,500, which I think Kim sent you guys this invoice. The commissioner said that they would talk about it at the joint meeting. However, I think it's more of a council issue. Than it is commissioners. It's not that we're, signing a new
And
contract.
they're aware that, I know they're aware of the price.
Yes, and I did talk to Brad after, because they were wanting to talk to Brad too, to see if he could do something different. He even told me it's proprietary, so. He's worked with them before as far as installation and stuff like that, but. We can't figure off of whatever they wanted to do.
So currently, it's working. But there's no guarantee how long it will last. They didn't indicate what they thought. As far as how long before it,
They just said that we're at the life expectancy of the server, so.
how do you feel about this, council?
How many cameras you found?
That I can't tell you. There were several. We didn't even have any working in the kitchen.
How many do we have to?
What's that?
How many do we have to? You know? I didn't know.
No. No.
So right now, it's the servers that are going down, the cameras are operating.
Correct.
To
The
best of your
servers-
knowledge.
The servers are what feed the cameras to go.
Right,
So
so if you got 2 new servers, will the cameras operate with new software?
oh yeah, absolutely, yes, that's. The cameras are compatible with the new server. We don't have to get new cameras, so just servers only.
I think Dudley, you and I talked about this, and this is something that can be taken out of special lit,
Right. it's
special purpose lit.
For this year, but no, we have a line item
That's what I was
for
thinking.
capital outlays. or something.
Yes, there is. Yes, there is. So that would be in your, if you have your budget book with you, it's in the miscellaneous section, page 36. Fund 1114,
How much do we have budgeted on that?
1.12
For next year, or for this year?
for next year. For this year, it was adopted at 1.12, so we didn't change it.
We have money left this year, so we could pay. it
Yeah,
this
so
year.
Kim, do you have a total?
I don't wanna take money from next year already.
No, right.
No, but it's. Capital, yeah.
Yeah, so see.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so when you look at 1114.
That's not for the bond payment, that's for the bond payments, right?
Right.
Okay.
Right, and so
Yeah.
you got one of these, so
So actually,
I think there's,
if there's. We've got capital outlay, we.
Yes.
Have to
Yeah.
vote on it.
No.
Advertiser.
You don't
No.
have to advertise or anything.
so he can just, I mean, he's got the funding.
Yeah.
We have to, I can still.
They're all-
I didn't quite understand what's the 42,000 for the servers, or that include cameras too?
That's just the service.
The cameras are okay. the
Yes.
Servers are going through three ways.
Okay, well, I guess we just need an invoice.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got it's, yeah,
They've got all the, yeah,
and we can do that at the 15th meeting.
yeah.
Bring it to us all on the 15th and
It'll just kind of
it'll,
run downhill.
yeah,
Security automation system.
If this has to come from a security company or can it come from a different vendor or?
No, it has to come from, I even talked to Brad about this, it has to come from SAS because that's all of their cameras and everything. So the whole system in our jail, a touch screen of the cells and everything are from SAS.
That's the vendor for the system in your jail already, okay.
That's the
Yeah.
same system we have here in the courthouse.
Yeah, same security system as the courthouse, yeah.
So
and the only way to get around it is to change it all out.
Yes. The only way around this is to go with a different security company.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yes. Okay, yep. Anyone else? All right, we'll move on then. Next section, the transfers. For 911. Did everyone get the email on this?
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean, I agree.
it was all, she had handwritten. Requests. Yeah.
The more she was getting it from, I think.
Well, I don't see it now. I think it's just a line.
It was, yeah, written attachment.
Yeah.
Oh, on the transfer.
Yeah, on the transfers. Okay, 911 from the floater to the lead operator for $3,000. And from part-time to deputy director for $200. This is, I'm assuming, to pay the salaries, correct?
Yes.
That to finish out the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, to finish the year. Any discussion, council? Okay, hearing none, can I get a motion to approve the transfers?
So moved.
Jim McKee. May I get a second to that motion?
I'll second.
Dudley? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. 6-0. Do I need to sign anything? Salary ordinance discussion. This is in regards to stipend for the treasurer's office.
I guess I'm just a little concerned how some elected officials can get a stipend and some, you know, yeah. But, no, it doesn't seem. I'm sure that, I know it doesn't seem fair to her that she's doing this on Saturday out of hours to save us money. But then she can't get a stipend, but other elected officials can, so. That's
So-
where my confusion is.
Dudley, I know back when last year we voted to do a stipend for the auditor because of the evening meetings. How did we go about doing that versus this?
Well, we did it at the budget before the year started because you cannot change an elected official's salary in the middle. Anytime during a year, it has to be set before the year. That's just state law because I think why they said that is the politics change, you don't.
So I guess I'm okay with it for 2025, you know, so we didn't know how it's gonna go, but I was thinking for next year, putting it in like 26.
And maybe that's something Kim will need to check with State Board of Accounts because we've already approved the budget. Whether that will let us
Make a
make
correction.
it correct, well, we will
Or
make the
change.
correction that if you put it in the salary ordinance,
Yeah,
we gotta make sure they're okay. Because I don't know if we can vote in 2026, because we'll have to do an additional, but the State Board of Accounts will allow that, we just need that. I mean, I think that question needs to be answered.
Yeah,
So that we
absolutely.
follow the.
my opinion is, I just wanna make sure we're fair, but we're doing it right for both. You know,
But we can't, I mean, I don't see any way we can
do it for.
do the stipend for
Yeah, I
25 and. Since she needs to be at least paid for her mileage for going to the banks and picking up this check.
And that's what I told her. I said, you need to file for your mileage,
Yeah.
for sure.
It is right, it is.
I think she is filing mileage, yes. So 25 is off the table. But going into 26, we need to ask the State Board of Accounts how we address that.
Just need, have them give us a. Verbal whether we can, since we've already pass the salary in the
budget
our
portion.
budget. Whether we can make it a different salary in the salary ordinance, because then we'll have to vote on that. Additional amount.
I think she was hoping to transfer.
Yeah, because she had,
Additional.
she had like $5,300
Yeah.
in part-time. And she will not use that because she doesn't have part-time. So her thought was to take a portion of that and put it towards the stipend.
And that's why that was first, it's a transfer, we're not trying to find money.
Right.
Right, I mean, the money's there, but I don't think we can, that changes our salary.
Yeah, I don't know how you. So we need to find that out for sure. Any other questions on the salary ordinance?
Yeah, actually, one at the, on the first page under election deal, that would be 550 per pay, not 500. And then, on page 2, I think we discussed on board members. There's not a per meeting on here on the health department. We need that needs to be on the ordinance, what it is per meeting. And I think we also discussed if they don't attend the meeting, they don't get paid.
The merit board doesn't say per meeting.
Okay, that's, yeah, all of those boards should say that.
Per
Yes.
meeting,
Mhm.
and then all those department heads that have us board, somehow keep track of the attendance, so they
Yes.
don't get paid by it.
Yeah, just be consistent.
Yes.
Yes.
I believe our, we will be voting on our salary ordinance December 15th at our joint meeting. So I think we should probably hear something back from SBO.
Yeah, I'll contact them
EOA
today.
before then. Okay, that sounds good, Kim. Okay, anything else on the salary ordinance? Okay.
Well, so I don't know, what are the boards are there, just the same, I don't know if that one says per meeting.
Oh,
And then
ABC.
salad, APC and salad berries. Is that in too?
Yes, they did.
To make sure we're all sort of divided out, so it's per meeting.
So there's 4, right?
What? All the boards, so like in addition, we said the health and sheriff, the merit board, but also there's the APC board, and the solid waste board, I'm sure it's listed per meeting. That's what I figured out, so it's.
So put it up here, so we cover all the boards?
I think on their line, I just need.
Let's put it on each line, okay.
Yeah, for each.
Kind of spell it out, I guess.
Yeah, there's no question.
Does any council member have anything they want to discuss?
Yeah. A couple things, on the, WEGA, they know to get you a, itemized.
Yeah, I talked to Kim and Sherry.
All right. So that was brought out at the meeting. I have a memo that council and commissioner sent out in April to the office holders and their offices about what their needs were. And majority of them, a lot of them were tech wiring, walls worked on that are flaking and cracking, repairs of ceilings. Dispatch, of course, they need a new space. Bathrooms remodeled, floors repaired. So I went through there, each one of them, and kind of took the money we spent on offices up at the courtrooms or the courthouse, not courthouse, the judge had for us. Use those figures and I just for example, came up with the assessor's office with their needs. I'm just guessing, but that would be about a $30,000 to $32,000 bill. Auditor would be a lot larger, probably about 45 to 50 for the repairs she's asking for. Recorder, about 25,000, treasurer 33,500. So we're looking at to do those repairs anywhere from 150,000 to 250,000. And that isn't including the courtroom, the actual courtroom that needs repairs.
Does that include the clerk's office?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I just want to just bring it up because that was April and nothing's been done except for the, judges' offices. And, so we need to start, I think we need to encourage the, commissioners to start in doing some of these offices. Right away, really, in my opinion. I don't know whether I'm, if you get them in here, I think they feel that same way. I haven't talked to any of them, but I just found this and found it was in April and we haven't done anything except for the upstairs in the, judge's offices. So, and I put those figures together just kind of randomly, so we could spend a lot of money, but I'm not saying we need to all of them this year, 26, but I think at least a couple of them get them from further. So I wanted to see what how the council felt about that.
I know the clerk's office was supposed to get new carpet in there, but I'm not sure exactly what happened because I don't think that got done.
Yeah.
And I think maybe because there's discussion, maybe they moved downstairs, so the prosecutor moves up and they were waiting. The only thing I would add is, I know there's a lot of repairs that need to be done, but I think we've been to these windows are bad and are leaking. And I think before any repairs.
I included that.
Okay.
I included that.
I think the windows ought to be the first
I
thing
included
the
that.
commissioners look at.
And I think Kim Callwhite is working on a grant. Or looking into a
Not-
grant.
But not when,
Yeah, it's for,
on Zoom.
oh. Okay. Oh, you need to turn the TV
it
on.
wasn't windows though, it was caulking.
I don't think.
If she's on there, she can verify that, but
Carol,
I don't want my concern about this crack.
in the treasurer's office, that's been addressed, that's been repaired and.
Never stayed to them, right?
Yep. Yeah, we had a structural engineer come in and look at it. And he indicated it's just the way the support walls are that has caused that to crack, and he said, you're good. So,
That'll be the first thing you would do.
yeah, oh yes, we had them come in and take a look at them and look at it.
Kelly.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, Kim.
Hi, I just wanted to for supplies. So for the caulking for the windows.
Okay,
what, it wasn't the actual windows, right?
No, it was just for caulking around the windows and it was through Home Depot.
through Home Depot.
And there was another one through Lowe's.
And where does stand? Have you applied for those or?
No, I have not applied for it.
Okay.
I need an
And how much
itemized so I know how much I'm asking.
Okay. Kim, at our joint meeting on the 15th, and I'll talk to Aaron between now and then to see if he can get some estimates, some more firm estimate on the caulking, because I think the last one we got, it was extremely high. And it was from a company that don't necessarily do that. They just happen to be here working on some other things and gave us a quick estimate. So
Okay.
Okay. I also want to get with you on getting a possible $10,000 grant from IDEM for tire removal. And I spoke with Warren County, or with Tippecanoe County, one of the commissioners there. They received a $10,000 grant, and they use a company called Liberty to do their removal, and they take everything: farm tires, semi tires, car tires.
Yes, that would be great.
So I will get that information for you.
And maybe we can line it up with like the town cleanup days.
Yes. And I think you might have to work with Lori Jordan, because it kind of has to go through her department as well, which I thought was strange, but environmental, I guess that's probably why.
Okay.
Yeah, like these are for discarded tires and all.
Yes, and if you have some you want to dispose of, it's,
Yeah, there's one in my room right now.
yeah, I know, I see that, it hasn't moved. No one has come to claim it. Thank you, Kim.
Thank you.
Also, I included in those figures of general figures of extension office too, because they had several needs. One of them was wiring for their internet and fixing that up some, because it's old, basically, so.
I know too that some employees in the courthouse have approached me about having some area where they can use for a small break room, lunch room. My suggestion was just to put up a partition in the community room that could be used for an area where they could go have lunch or something like that. If that was possible,
I looked at
since we're out of space.
what was budgeted for council for some of that stuff. There's like 3 line items that we might be able to use, and I by no means didn't want to use all of that, but we budgeted a fair amount of money for some of those repairs, so. So anyway, I just feel like as a council, we should encourage the commissioners to, work on that right away, because there's some really bad spots inside the courthouse that needs worked on. So that's.
I agree.
Yeah,
Yes.
I just wanted to go on record.
When I get ready downstairs, I just got a quote for the painting, quote for the carpet.
I included yours too.
Okay, well, what I'm saying is, I talked to Aaron, it's been a while, and he said, could you give the numbers to the offices so they could call? So really, they just need to call themselves and just get those quotes and bring them to you. Now, I will tell you, Mark Doolin did mine, and a few years back, he told me, he said in the winter when he's not busy, he would give a quote to paint the offices, which would probably be cheaper because you have them. And Patton's did my carpet, and if you would just have the people get the quotes, the sizes for each, it would probably be cheaper. And then, it's.
But I think what I think though, that the commissioners need to really act like what I guess I want to say is act like they really are interested, that they get them to them right now. I mean, I don't think there's any urgency.
For the commissioners or for the people?
No commissioners.
Well, you gotta bring those quotes forward.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's on us, to me, it's on us to say, how come in the nation, here it is, that's what I did, and it was done, and I had my office done, I had a budget of, I think it was 6,000, and it was when Brenda and all that was here, they thought I would need up to 10,000, and I had my office done for 6,800. The only reason the 800 is extra is I had the stainless steel put behind my radiators for conversation, and it has helped tremendously.
Well,
So
that's something I didn't know how that was all being handled. I didn't know whether it comes to go, if they go to each one and say, hey, we want
it
to.
should be, it is there, if they're in there, so how it's always been is we get the quotes. But if the person knows, hey, we're gonna do a quote for the assessors, the treasurers and that, it's going to be cheaper and
Yeah,
I was told that, so you might.
okay,
I mean, you wanna get it on vendor.
Yeah.
Majority, if not all of it, instead of. Better response.
No, yeah, it's just all the same, but I know, Mark told me years ago, he was like, in the winter, I could come in and paint.
okay.
So, and then the stain was still behind and I got it over at Danville, that's what that's for, and I had my cousin come in and all he did was clean up the wall. Just so it was smooth and then put that on there and
So you're basically saying each office should be fairly aggressive to go to the commissioners and say, hey, this is what's on there we need, and here's some quotes.
yes, because,
Now-
and Aaron even said to me, he called me and then, like I said, this has been a while. And he said, the people you had to your office, could you take the numbers actually up to assessors and treasurers? So if no one's moved forward with it, then, I mean,
I think he's expressed to them, get your quotes,
Yes.
get them to the commissioners.
yes.
So we can get the ball rolling.
And I've told them through the years, it's just because someone else got their office done is because they moved forward with it. So it's up to you to move forward with it.
Gotta be proactive.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so that's that. The other thing was, this is some questions I had on the financial report front. I just questions, there's like 1116 city town court costs, there's $200,904 in there, what's that for?
You want me to answer that, cause I've
Yeah,
investigated that
like-
for years trying to.
We've talked
So-
about this before.
When filings are done in the clerk's office, there's a fee that goes into there. So cities, if their court, which Attica is the only one that has a city court, if they do their filings through the courthouse, they can collect on that. Nobody does, so they cannot collect. And I've talked with Spencer Deary and I've talked to Matt Commons, that there ought to be a way that legislation written that if no one collects on those funds, we can transfer them to county general. But until some legislation done, that's just gonna continue to
Okay,
collect money and there's nothing we can do
I'll
about
put
it.
legislation by that one.
Yeah,
Okay, what about 1117 clerk incentive,
okay.
1999?
So
Same
that's like the prosecutor too. They collect money for support and they get an incentive for that. And the clerk and well, the reporter has it also. They can only spend it on certain things, like the clerk can buy office equipment with it. The reporter.
Yeah,
Documents.
no.
Yeah, you're not on mute.
And so that's, yeah, that we have no control over that.
There's a lot of money in drainage improvement. You know that.
58.
Yeah, commissioners, that would be if they have, some ditches done, and maybe somebody,
Love the drains.
yeah, like when you work on
I think
drains.
that there's some circular lines.
And these would be county drains.
Yes.
That's also, I think, if you have to have a ditch dug out, cleaned up, because it's not draining properly, you can utilize those funds, yeah.
I mean, it does. It's only collected $1,200 the whole year and. But we haven't spent anything on it.
Yeah, there was a proposal one time that to the tax rolls, so they got a lot of pushbacks.
And if we get us, well, someone files for surveyor next year and we have to have a surveyor's office and they probably are the one that will be having some control over that.
Which brings me to 1202. Pretty significant money in there,
That can only be used for a certain thing.
but it's been in there forever.
It's because the perpetuation of those have not been done.
Yeah,
the corners.
those areas, yeah.
So we can't touch it.
Mm-mm. That perpetuation fund has to be used for certain things, doesn't it, Dudley?
Yeah.
Like when they do the corners and.
Indiana code 36-2-12-11. It covers county surveyor duties. Surveyor's office of the courthouse, while other sections handle payment withholding on public works. We're dealing with land surveys or property lines, and can use that fund.
Question on surveyor, will the surveyor be on the ballot this coming year?
Yes.
Yes.
Just did catch
Give
that.
anyone five, yes, I've heard there's like 3 people, so okay.
At which time in 26, when we do the budget, we'll have to put in for his or her salary.
You've been on. Already did file in previous years. Or, I mean,
Yes.
they have had a surveyor, so.
We haven't had surveyors since 1974.
Yeah.
And as county chairman, someone asked me to. If they could run, at that time, the law was the commissioners had to. Reopen the office, but I think they've changed that now, the law's been changed, and so someone comes in and file.
That's what I was wondering.
Yes.
Yeah, Patty came down and talked to us about how that works now. So,
And of course, the surveyor might not be a surveyor. Yeah.
yeah.
Right, there might not be any
Yeah.
qualifications.
No, I don't think
Right.
they have. They don't have to.
I think I know this one, but 1237, 1238, the opioid restriction fund and unrestricted, is that the judges?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's Jay Remick,
Yeah.
Jay Rack and the judge and the prosecutor.
Because it hasn't been spent down much either.
Mhm.
And it can only be used what they agree. People have to submit applications for funds out of there.
Isn't there a board for JRAC?
There is, and that JRAC board is the one that decides whether or not those applicants gets the funds.
4943 TMA fund prior to 2022.
Well,
4943. TMA fund prior to 2022. Yeah, what is that? Quite a bit of money in there,
Yeah, that's why.
$141,000.
You might check into that, because it's not on my list of approved. Accounts from the state. I don't know if it. Goes from 4,800 to 5,000.
It's been in there.
Well, I had a question about the EMS education. 4923.
That's no longer approved list too, what we can do. We can find out when these were set up. And if it's been so many years that vacant, you can vote, close them and distribute the funds.
Because I know that's part of what you want to do.
Yeah, that's something I've been wanting to work on, and we can move it to county general, but we have to have everything documented, when the account was created, what year and why, and if it's no longer applicable, then you can close it out.
So the last thing I wondered about was on the last page. 9828.
Community crossings in 2024.
Yeah.
Can we roll that to 2025? Community crossings 2024, and then there's a community crossings 2025.
Send that, please.
So we make. We create funds for each of our community
Yeah.
crossing projects.
Yeah.
That's where all of our first school money goes into, they out of. So,
Do we need 2024 still open?
Yeah, absolutely.
no, I think we just kept it open and just,
So we need to find out if we can roll that 2024 money into 2025.
yeah, how much is it?
It's 25,000
2026.
or 2026, yeah. And there's $25,230 basically.
Yeah, because we've closed out 2024, and I just closed out 2025's project, which we put the county back, or the state back, $96,000. That we have another room of material. The project is complete, so we have that in there already, so we just pay out of that.
So can we create a line item for 26 and roll that money into 26 from those two accounts? Definitely.
There isn't any in 2025 though,
Right,
but
All that's. I think that was done when we did that in our budget. And it went back to the county general. For the matching portion. So every reimbursable project that we have from the state or matching fund, we create a new number.
That way you know
Just
it's for that
that's where we keep
specific-
it straight, that's
Yeah.
where that money is going.
so I wonder if we can just change the 2024 to 2026 and have to create another line item.
you probably don't have to have a new, because they're different numbers, but Kim, you can check with DLGF and see if we can create in 2026 and if it can be.
Because what we checked on that, like some counties just have one 9,000 account number for their community crossings projects, and they just leave that, they use that every year, they receive that money.
And not put a year on it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would
okay.
be better.
That would be better, not put the year.
Just do that.
What's this?
On 90. Yeah, 9830.
Basket grant. 9830,
Oh, that's what the judge, that's
Judge,
a grant she just got.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, what's this Fountain County Seed Grant? I assume that's to.
9825 is the last one I had, was EMPG salary reimbursement. Is that road thing or
What was it?
9825, 2025 EMPG salary reimbursement.
Here with those
Right from the state.
Wait, how much was it?
32,827.
That's me.
Okay,
I heard part of it, please.
is that the state that,
Mhm.
all right.
No.
I got it.
That's my salary.
Yep. Okay,
Going back to this 4943 TMA, what I found is that it's fees that you get in from tax sales. And then it's used to pay outside services to collect delinquent property tax.
what's the number?
4943 TMA fund.
So then we have another CCMG 2023, that's fund number 9127. I mean, it only has $1,356 in it, but. If you take that one in the 2024 and just roll it into CCMG period of no year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then just close out those lines, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
It says it's a tax management association account. Fees come into it when you sell the tax sales.
So it has to run through there then.
And then they can use those funds to pay third-party collector agencies. to collect delinquent property taxes for other fees associated with collecting delinquent property tax.
Okay.
This is part of those.
I know, but
Too.
I don't know if they're gonna use that much. I don't know, you know, to pay an outside service.
Yeah, because now we just pay it out of,
Now you just pay it out.
Yeah. of our budget,
Budget.
the auditors.
Now, so they don't even have, they just pay, currently, they just pay those fees out of the auditor's office.
So they should be paying you that as. TMA.
Okay.
Might think of that, but yeah.
Okay.
Didn't mean like that.
Be nice if we could transfer at least half of that. Yeah.
Thanks. For the,
Good catch, Jeff.
yeah, I just sit there, then the last thing I had is on legal fees for the council. That worried me with what's going on. Legal fees. I mean, I would think. I don't know, I just don't want to get way out there in legal. Myself. Do you?
I don't have it.
I mean. Do we put a limit on it?
Definitely need steps.
Yeah. For us. 'Cause it could get. Really expensive. Not-
With,
Yeah, and I don't think that's right for us to. Keep going and we don't have the funding for it. I mean, we budgeted some, but. That's worrying me to death.
it is a concern, definitely.
I mean, if it gets to the point where it gets really. A lot, I mean, I think we got a whoa, hey, gosh. In APC, there's quite a bit in there, but I don't know they don't use that. They are going to use it up fast.
They won't.
No. So that's just something I wanted to lift up and.
Well, we can always make sure that we are aware of what is coming in.
That's kind of why I brought it up.
I think we need to let the different organizations that are using legal services know that those invoices can't get strung out. Like we need updates on invoices from those attorneys on a regular basis, so we can.
Yeah.
We're not caught by
We know where it's
surprise.
at. Not, you know, that's kind of what happened with the surveyor issue there. I mean, we got invoices a year after and they were so enormous and that felt real blindsided because it wasn't ongoing. So I think that's how we keep a handle on it, know where it's at.
I'm just personally. You know, every monthly meeting. The police gonna say, hey, where we at? And I mean, I just, that's. Got me real worried. That's all I had. Kelly, that's just wanted to lift up some of that stuff.
Thank you.
Yep.
Anything else from the council?
One personal thing, please, 2026 is election year, council district 4C will be on the ballot. And I intend not to seek re-election for that seat, I just want to make it known early, so people deciding, so people will know.
And I think they have to file in January. I believe.
Yeah, January 7th, February 6th.
Yeah.
By when?
January 7th through February 6th. Dudley's got the pulse on the dates there.
Better write that down.
Yeah, first day to file is January 7th. And the last day to file is Friday, February 6th at noon.
And she is prompt with that time. Very prompt. Can't be 4:01. It can be 11:59. Okay, any other discussion from the council?
Well, we need to do something on this 17th of June.
Oh, that's right.
And decide on the apartment. I'm quite, they combine things that. To me, it looks like. Well, maybe I got the wrong figures with Jason, but it looks like. We approved the budget, $4,819,061, and it looks like the state is only gonna allow us to. Do $4,784,736.
I have more than the state.
Yeah, sounds
They reduced it,
by 34,000, wasn't
yeah, that's what I have, 34,000.
it?
Which doesn't, I mean,
If that's no all this stuff.
Yeah,
that's fine.
we'll have to cut that, but then. You need it next year, I mean, we can do an additional, but they don't.
I'm just
Okay.
shocked.
Community takes out some MVH, is out less.
Yeah, it looks like they, they combine MVH restricted and unrestricted, so.
I can definitely do that, it's not a problem.
But I think we have 10 days to respond, right? So,
Yeah,
Oh,
that's,
that's right.
no, that's supposed to be 11,
you
yeah.
got 3 days, you gotta, you can't even do that Monday, you need.
No, so I need to sign these papers.
Yeah.
You want me to look in, what?
Yeah. Just let me know.
I assume I can sign these papers. And then submit the changes. If I'm the only one that has to sign it. And I think I am,
Yeah, you are.
then. As soon as he makes a change,
I'll do that Saturday, and bring it back.
I'm gonna be down this way again tomorrow,
Okay.
so I can pop in and sign it,
Okay.
if that's all right with the council. And
So we're short.
we have to cut 30,000,
They have to cut, okay.
Yeah. but only 34,000, which I'm okay with.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 year was.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, yeah, and then the next year was 800,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just
Okay.
better if the.
No, we can have time after the meeting.
I do.
Very quickly.
Sure.
No, you have that. so.
Sure,
Yeah, that's fine.
that will work for me, and then solid waste, I don't think there was any change to that. Yeah, there was no. If you go to the last page, there was no change.
Producer, everybody.
It was approved as advertised, I know, yeah. Okay, we will move on to public comment. Carol,
Solar farm is in production now, right?
that's what I've been told, that they are producing.
And you have your
Energy.
tax thing going out to them.
Well, that's a good question, I can't answer that.
What was
I would
the
say
question?
the tax, the. Ranger Power is operational and producing energy,
And they're being taxed at the full rate.
Yeah.
I know right now.
What did you say?
They're being taxed at the full rate, there's no abatement.
And we will not be seeing any revenue from them for 3 years, right?
No, I mean, they're set.
But I thought it had to be all sent to the state, we wouldn't get it back from the state for 3
Oh,
years.
well. On certain parts of it, there's some property taxes that comes in here, there's some that's collected. The assessor's office goes to the state, then it comes back here, yes, you're right, but I don't know how much that is.
When will we know?
It became operational last year, we incorporated this at the time, they, commercial last year.
Operational sometime this year.
It's just going to become operational.
yeah, it already is.
Yeah, okay, so I didn't know whether it be appropriated in terms of,
This year to next year.
yeah.
Right, I think. what the assessor told us was that she assessed them for next year at
Over
full years. But I don't know if that's prorated from when they
Actually,
Yeah.
that's when they actually began.
right? That's probably a question we maybe ask. Amber about.
Have you spoke to Amber about that? Have you asked Amber that question?
Let me go see if she's.
And on Maple Corner, has anything been decided on that? I know what.
They had one,
They stopped.
they had one bid,
So what are we gonna do?
and I don't know, I think they are going to discuss it at the December 15th meeting. I think they are talking with the people that put the bid in. But I don't know what they're discussing. I think they wanted to kind of clean it up before the end of the year, but I don't know if that's gonna happen or not, because we're inching ever quickly to the end of the year. Anyone else? We'll see if Amber will come and talk to us about that. If not, maybe doesn't have the answers when he walks out. Anyway, our next meeting is Monday evening, December 15th at 6 p.m. Joint meeting. Thank you. Hello there, Amber.
Hello.
Okay, Carol, here's your opportunity.
Okay, since the power's been turned on and been producing electricity from the solar farm, the tax bill's been sent out, right?
The first tax bill we'll get will be next year.
May, we do it May.
Yeah,
So at that time, we should be seeing revenue coming in
when they start collecting property tax next year, yes.
and do we have any idea how much we're anticipating that to be?
I mean, I gave the assessment, I was in here last time and I apologize because I wasn't prepared for the questions, and I don't have data. The assessment is based on the assessed value. And that assessed value you divide by 100. And you take it times the tax rate, which is the tax rates that, for the
Yes.
townships.
Is that 48 cents? Oh, that's our, yeah, and no, I think the state cut it, didn't they, to 48 cents?
Think so, but I have to check for sure.
So I can prepare something and take the assessed value and give you an approximate amount,
I really appreciate that.
but
And how much of that would stay at the county and how much would go to the state?
I don't know how the county, I mean. It's brought in through tax revenue, so depending on whatever the budget needs, the county. The county only turns in a budget for X amount, it doesn't matter, I mean, they only collect that revenue based on whatever the budget is. It's
The
a
personal,
limit of amount that they can collect.
Amber, the personal goes to the state.
Personal
And
goes to the
that's-
state.
But what out there is considered personal?
Personal is the panels, and they turned in personal property last year, so.
So that's the tax on the panels is what will go to the state and then we'll get it back, but in that 3 years.
Yeah.
Be able to come up with a figure for approximate figure for that then too.
On the personal property, the state does the calculations on the personal. I can find out to the best of my ability on how that's calculated and taken. I don't really know right now.
I mean, I think that the council would be interested in this. Well, the
Oh, we're interested. I want it all that we could possibly get
But it'll.
as soon as possible.
And when it comes to personal property, I really can't tell you how much they turn in because that's confidential. So it's. Whatever they turn in as far as assets is confidential, it's not something that I can publicly announce. Now, the tax value that they're, that they're taxed on, that's public. But as far as the assets they turn in, it's not public.
And that is increased, right? What the value of the land for the property taxes that we're gonna collect in May.
Are you talking real or are you talking personal?
Real.
Real.
Real, okay, so now I'm moving back to real property. That value, they appealed. And we settled, they're being taxed $7,000 an acre for real versus the 14 because it wasn't operational, nor a year behind. So this year, their assessment, we agreed to the 7,000. And then next year, 26, page 27 is when it will go to the full. It was 14, they increased it again, I think it's over 20,000 an acre now for 26, page 27, so it's gonna continue to go up value wise.
And they could appeal that every year.
They can appeal every year, absolutely.
So what we get next year in 26, May, November is gonna be
It's
about half,
Yes.
because it was 7,000 there, because it wasn't full operation.
And technically, not all the land that was in that permit is solar, half of it's still farm. So it's assessed on what they're using the land for, so. My understanding is there's a second phase that's gonna include the additional property that currently has no panels on it, it's still had crop on. So it'll be a kind of a stair step effect. For the county bill collect tax revenue on it.
So you're still able to give me an idea.
I can give you based on what we sent as far as assessment for 25, page 26.
And how much will go to the state, we'll get back in 3 years, and how much you get
Okay, so
in May or whatever.
I can give you an estimate value on the assessment for the real property. I can give you what they turned in on personal property as far as what's taxable. As far as how the county gets that back, I'm not real clear on that yet, but I can find out.
And has Ranger given us any backfeed on taxes versus what they had approved at one time?
I'm confused with.
You mean the economic,
Tax abatement?
Well, we rescinded that, so.
Okay.
They're not getting the payment from them, they're gonna pay the whole property tax, so.
The bad thing about that is they did change some laws on the appreciation on the panels. Or on any personal property. There will be a floor on it, but they made it so they can appreciate those out 100%. You know, state. So I'm still not real clear on how that's gonna work. Thank you for the question. But I will get those figures ready for it, when is that meeting?
The 15th.
Thanks, man.
Okay. I will get something together so I can answer those questions, so at least give you an idea.
but theoretically, it'll take longer for us to recoup the money they would have gave us on economic development, like $8 million. It's gonna take quite a while to recoup what they would have gave us on economic development if we'd have done the abatement.
Because the county submits a budget.
Yeah.
Right, and they're not gonna give more than what's budgeted.
Right.
It's just, doesn't work that way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Amber. We appreciate that. 15th, 6 P.M.
Okay.
Does anyone have anything else? Council, do you have anything else? Can I get a motion to close the meeting?
Motion.
Doug Fischerow, and a second to the motion? Second by Denise. All in favor, say aye. Aye, 6-0.